Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are y'all feeling on this Sunday evening? My name is Kelly, and I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel. Believe it or not, I am literally just getting home. I actually went to a family gathering this evening. It was my cousin's birthday, and everybody got together to go to a comedy show. I knew about it last minute. I wasn't going to go, but then I decided to go and support. So I'm just getting home. Tonight, I don't have any notes or anything with me. But tonight I want to talk about balance, the importance of balance, okay? But before we get there, how was your day? Have you prayed today? Have you did your affirmations? The reason why I tell you guys to pray and ask you, have you prayed today, is because sometimes we get so busy doing things that we just don't do it or we forget. Prayer is so important because it keeps you empowered, okay? It keeps you equipped, and not only that, it keeps you engaged with God. It is so important. Prayer is so important, and worship is so important when you're trying to, not only does it sustain you, but when you're trying to go to a higher level, man, it balances out your whole life, okay? It balances out your whole life. And also, you don't have to wait until you're going through something in order to talk to God. It should be something that you do on a daily basis, because He gives us favor, grace, and mercy each and every day. So the least that you could do is give Him gratitude and talk to Him on a daily basis. Plus, He is source. He knows everything before we even know it. So it's good to have a conversation and communion with Him on a daily basis, okay? You want to build up a monologue, okay? And when you begin to talk to God all the time, it develops you to have a spiritual ear. It gives you discernment. It also gives you intuition, okay? You become very sensitive to the environments you go in. You begin to see energies on people. It produces so many different things, and it creates, for me, it just creates a different lifestyle for me, okay? It actually makes me a better person. So this is why I'm always saying, did you pray today? Did you pray, okay? Also, I do affirmations, and I do affirmations because when you do affirmations, it's basically like affirming your day. And when I say them, I believe them wholeheartedly. My faith, I believe in them wholeheartedly. So when you do things, you want to make sure not only are you doing it for the right reason, but make sure that you're being intentional when you're doing it. How was y'all day today? My day was actually really, really good. I didn't get everything that I wanted to get done today, but I got majority. No, I can't even say, maybe half of the things that I wanted to get done today. My church right now is online, so I listened to the sermon online, and mighty funny, but the sermon today that my pastor talked about was basically keeping your rhythm with God. The reason why it's important to have a constant rhythm and flow with Him, and it keeps you in alignment. It opens up a channel for you to get blessing, to continue to get blessed. It does so many different things, and that's why you just don't know when your last day is. So it's so important. Just, man, if God don't know anything else, He knows my heart, But the message today was so good. The pastor talked about where your attention is where energy goes. All right. And he was saying that if your attention is in your work, or if your attention is in your prayer life or your worship life, or whatever it is that you do, it doesn't matter what you do, wherever your attention is, that's where your energy goes. And how many of us know that to be so true? It is true. Whatever you are fixated on, whatever you are focused on, that's where you produce at. That's where you grow at. So that's why it's so, so important, y'all, to be very careful about what you focus on. Not only what you put your attention on, but intention too. Okay? The message blessed me in so many different ways, because it was deep. The conversation, him preaching was very, very deep today, and it just made me know that my prayers are not falling on deaf ears. Like, God is sending me message through people to minister to me. He talked right on my street. But That's for a whole nother day. I'll probably talk about that another day. But if you have not had a chance to watch videos day 1 through day 9, I encourage you to go back on my YouTube channel and check out those videos. Tell me your honest opinion about what you think about them. Leave comments. So today, again, today is day 10 for our Dive and Thrive series, which is a 21-day manifesting challenge for self-growth, okay? So today we are going to talk about balance. And the reason why I chose to talk about balance today is because everything that I did today, some things was on my list and some things was not even on my list to do. But it's so important to have balance because the things that were not on my list kind of threw me off track. Right? So you want to make sure that you having good balance because, and what does it mean to you? What does it mean for you to have balance? Okay. For me, balance is having an even amount of time for my work life, right? My professional life. Also having time for an even amount of time for my personal life. That includes my kids, but also time for myself, right? Also balance for my spiritual life. Making sure that I'm praying, make sure that I'm meditating, making sure I'm just taking out some time for God, right? These things are so important because they all work hand in hand. And when a lot of times for me, if one thing is off track, it spills into everything else, all right? And it'll manifest into all the other areas in my house. So for instance, another thing is you want to make sure you're getting enough sleep because, for instance, if I'm not getting enough rest, then I'm not balanced enough to do the things that I need to do in my house. So then my house might start to look cluttered. I do have kids. They are home virtually. So it's easy for the house to get messed up. Say if I'm sick, how many of you guys been sick and then you were not able to do the things that you needed to do for the day? So you have to be consistent with your balance. Because if one day, say you can't do something, but you have been consistently and diligently balanced, then it shouldn't throw you off the track really that much, okay? I have realized that for me to have balance, I have to write down notes. I have to write down in my books. I don't have my books right now because I have them up, but it's so important for me to write down like maybe my goals for the week, a list of things that I need to do. And also another thing to include in balance is my finances. Do I balance my finances? All right. So when you think about balance, I want you to think about all areas in your life. Am I balancing the money that not only that I make, but the money that I spend? Am I balanced with my kids? Do I put as much time in with my kids as I put into work? If you are in a relationship and you do have a spouse, am I giving my spouse some time, but also am I giving me some personal time as well? It all works hand in hand, okay? And I know for me, sometimes the way that I used to work, I was working 3 jobs. So if you're working 3 jobs and it's only 24 hours in a day, that means that something is not getting done, right? So I have worked on balancing my time, or maybe sacrificing something. You have to sacrifice some things, all right? Because that means that if you don't, some things are going to get neglected, okay? And I noticed that with me, when I'm unbalanced, not only do some tasks not get done, but I neglect maybe important things I'm supposed to do. I probably forget, so it's so important to have balance. I looked up on my laptop some affirmations for balance. I'm not going to stay up here really late this evening, but hopefully you understand what I mean when I say balance, okay? Making sure that your priorities are in order, okay? Making sure that you have good time management. Again, it's 10:43 at night. I have to be at work at 3 a.m. And I will say that I'm not prepared for my tomorrow. So I did not have good balance today. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to talk about the topic. It's very, very important to balance things, because when you are balanced, you are also in alignment. All right. So let's get into some of these affirmations. And as I say them, I also want you to repeat them as well. And I want you to feel it. It's so important that when you say affirmations, you feel them as well, because the power of I am, the power of I am, it is a powerful thing, okay? And you want to just make sure that you put in intention and attention on the right things, okay? All areas, and repeat, ready? All areas of my life are harmonious and balanced, okay? All areas of my life are harmonious and balanced. All aspects of my life are in perfect alignment, okay? All aspects in my life, are in perfect alignment. All my life goals are in perfect balance. All my life goals are in perfect balance. Every day, I achieve greater balance between my thoughts and my actions. Every day, I achieve greater balance between my thoughts and my actions. Okay? Every day, I make the time to work on all my goals equally. Okay? Every day, I make the time to work on all my goals equally. I always honor my values and keep my life in balance. I always honor my values, and this keeps my life in balance. I always make time in the day for family and friends. How many of us will definitely say that's not one of the things that I do on a daily basis? Because really my time is always divided up between my kids and really work. All right. I always make time just to relax. I really have a hard time. I'm just getting to the point where I'm learning to relax and letting it be. If something does not get done, it used to worry me so much that I couldn't get rest at night. Say for instance, I had on my list that I wanted to do laundry or go to the market or make sure that my house is clean before I lay down. If it was not done, I will be laying in the bed thinking about all the things that I didn't get done today, and then all the things that I would have to get done the next day. That type of thinking will drive you crazy, okay? So I always make time just to relax. So now, I really make time to relax. Sometimes I might wake up even later. I don't rush myself anymore, because what am I rushing for? Okay. And I always take time for me. I always take time for me. That is really a good one, because a lot of times we don't take time for ourselves. We do not take time for ourselves. We are, especially as a mom, you being pulled in this direction. Everybody wants you, right? Everybody wants you. You're like an octopus, right? And it's so important to regroup and have time for yourself, because if you break down and you don't have time for you, how can you have time for somebody else? If you're spent, how can you give anything to anybody else? So you want to make sure that you balance that, okay? I am productive in all areas of my life. I am productive in all areas of my life. I balance my intellect with my heart and receive peace, strength, and wisdom in return. I balance my I balance my intellect with my heart and receive peace, strength, and wisdom in return. I easily balance all aspects of my life. It's so many that you can see, okay? And when you looking for affirmations, you honestly can Google them. You can look them up, or you can create your own. All right. I enjoy a well-balanced lifestyle. How many of us can say that we enjoy a balanced lifestyle? I have a lot of friends and family members, and I know a lot of women, and when I listen to their stories, a lot of them, sometimes are running like, a chicken, with their hair standing up, because they don't have balance, and that's most of us. We don't have appropriate balance. So that's something that I want you to think about this week. Create an equal balance in all aspects of your life. And the benefit of that is that You'll be more organized. You'll also be more disciplined. And then you'll be actually more happier. You'll be more at peace with yourself. And I was trying to see if there was anything else that I thought that was important. It's important to, for me, I used to always be so just work, 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 work. Work, work, work. It's also important to incorporate downtime just for pleasure. It is so important to give you some downtime for pleasure. And pleasure for some people could be going to go get their nails done. For other people, it could be reading a book or listening to some enjoyable music. I mean, it could be different for all of us, okay? So make sure whatever you like to do, make sure that you are doing that, okay? And then for the homework assignment tonight, I want you to think about, like I said, what aspects of your life need to be balanced. What do you think that you could do a little bit more to keep you balanced? And think about it. I want you to think about it spiritually, financially, emotionally. Think about those things, okay? Mentally, how can I be more balanced, okay? I'm an overthinker too. So, it's so many different things that you can do to become balanced. And that is the night's homework. I hope that you guys had a good day. And I will be back tomorrow for day 11. Mondays is my favorite day of the week. Because to me it's like a whole new week to start it all over again, where I set out to accomplish my list. I give myself and so during the week I write small tangible goals of things that I can get done. So when Monday come, I know I have to Friday, but I don't try to hold it off to Friday. So I sit down and the goals that I wrote down today and maybe some goals that I probably add on there tomorrow, I begin to get them done. I love Mondays. To me, Mondays represent for me fresh anointing. I get a chance to do it all over again, okay? I got a whole new focus. And it may still be like some of the same things for last week, but it's like new energy. I didn't got new energy to go into the week, okay? So I want y'all to stay blessed. Do not forget to make sure that you pray and make sure you do your affirmations. And that's basically it, you guys. Have a good night, okay?